Hello everyone. I know it's been a while, but I really wanted to read for this full moon in Pisces, this eclipse. It seems significant, like, to me. I know not just to me, but, you know, I felt like this was a good time to come back and put more energy into this channel. I'm kind of going back and forth on whether I want to go back to the old channel name, which was Lavender Storm Tarot, or if I should keep the Emerald Dreams. I'm kind of leaning towards Lavender Storm, but y'all can let me know, and whichever one you like better. Okay, so we're doing a pick a card reading today. I have 3 choices laid out for you. Whichever one catches your eye, if it's just one, if it's 2, if it's all 3. I would say go with whichever one drew your interest first. That's usually your intuition. But this is 1, 2, and 3. So that's the order we'll be going in. So I will see you at your card. Alright, group 1. You got the rose quartz. It's just a little butterfly, but I love this crystal. And let's get into the cards. Innocence. It says unconditioned, trusting, vulnerable, pure. So this full moon, this eclipse in Pisces, I've been hearing kind of the same things about it. It's gonna be like, you know, enlightening, insightful. You know, you're gonna have some endings probably. So this could be like maybe the end, like an end of your, like, a sense of naivety about something, or it could be you like regaining that sense of innocence that you used to have that maybe you lost. So I'm not quite sure yet, but let's get into it. 3 of Cups. So this could be, you know, about your community, your friends, your connections, anything on that like emotional level that you connect with other humans, beings, entities, spirits. Is that a deer? Am I just now seeing that? It looks like a deer. Do y'all see that? Interesting. I've never seen that before in this card. But, okay. Let's get into the next card. Cosmic Womb, number 6. The Divine Feminine. Okay. So, this is the overall energy that we have for you today. Let's see. It could be about your relationship with the women in your life, the feminine people in your life, or, you know, that connection, that relationship that you have with your, inside of yourself with the Divine Feminine. I mean, I think the Divine Feminine can encompass a lot of different energies. It doesn't just need to mean that you are a woman. It can mean so many other things, like, you know, nurturing, creative, you know, expansive. It really does, maybe, you know, maybe this is about some of you overcoming the childlike view that you had of your mother. That could also be another theme. Okay, but that's just what I'm getting right off the bat. So let's get into the tarot. I'm gonna put these to the side so you remember them. Okay. Let's get into the details. What does group 1 need to know this full moon? I've never used this deck on my channel before, but it's very watery. It's very watery. So I wanted to use it since it's a Pisces full moon. And Pisces is a water sign, if you didn't know. What does group 1 need to know this full moon? What is group 1 discovering about themselves this full moon? What are the themes? Okay, one more. I haven't used this deck in a while, so I needed to warm it up. Alright. Group 1. Oh, right off the bat, 2 of Wands. Judgment. Ooh. 6 of Pentacles. Oh, there it is. The Moon. Yes, very much Pisces energy. So big themes. Is that Justice? Yeah, Justice reversed. Ooh. And the 4 of Swords reversed. Oh my god. These don't stop flying out of my hands. The Emperor. Oh, interesting combination. The Emperor and Judgment. It's very powerful. Oh my god. I don't stop dropping these goddamn cards. 9 of Wands. I'm gonna do it more up here. 7 of Wands. Yeah. Go with this one. Knight of Wands reversed. And what are these? The Lovers reversed and 6 of Cups reversed. Ooh. Okay, we'll put these to the side. Okay, bottom of the deck is Page of Wands. So, new energy, learning new things, the passion to learn new things. You're opening up to new adventures, new creative pursuits, possibly. Okay. So, if you don't know how I read, I basically take 2 cards vertically and I let them clarify each other, and then I go left to right. Okay, so we have the 2 of Wands with the 4 of Swords reversed. You're kind of, oh, I really relate to that. You are very restless. Thinking about, planning, looking ahead towards your future. What you're going to do, what it means. You're very up in your head and you cannot stop thinking about your next step. The Moon is also in this card, so it's nice that we also have the actual Moon card here too, so that ties in beautifully. You know, if you're looking at this card, you can see it's like you're facing the unknown. The Moon represents the unknown, the unconscious, the subconscious, illusions, you know. So you're not really sure what to trust, but you're facing it head on. So I want to applaud you for that. You are looking at what's bothering you and you're trying to figure it out. But you are still in this 4 of Swords energy. But since it's reversed, I see it very like amplified to an unhealthy level. So like you are really overthinking this and not really getting a break from thinking about what you're gonna do, what the future looks like. I mean, shit. If you live in the US, or, you know, like I do, you're not alone, because who fucking knows what's gonna happen. But you do have this wonderful energy of Judgment with the Emperor. And if you look at this card, it looks like the moon is also in this card. It looks like hands are kind of like making a crown. So like this is you kind of making, like, your power comes from you. It doesn't come from anything else. But it also supports you through what you haven't experienced yet. You can rely on yourself to get you through whatever happens next. And with Judgment, that's you really, this could also be you awakening to your own power. Because Judgment can be a big decision card, but it's also like an awakening card. It's also like a divine power card. I don't know how else to describe that. Like, the universe making a decision. And I think the universe is, I think one of your insights or, revelations this full moon, this eclipse will be, you will begin to realize what power you hold, how powerful you actually are, how much control you have over your life and what you do in your life. So yeah, don't doubt that, you have free will. Like you can see the universe as like a highway with a million different exits, a million different choices, a million different ways you could choose to go, but the choice is ultimately yours. Like, you write your own story, the universe just gives you the choice, So yeah, keeping that in mind, I can't remember which way these were, I think it was like this. Okay. So it seems like this has to do with, since the Six of Pentacles is here with the Nine of Wands, you really, making decisions, coming to terms with certain relationships you have in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic, but since the Lovers showed up, I'm going to assume it's romantic. But Six of Pentacles is like everyday relationships, give and take, reciprocal relationships. With the Nine of Wands, though, it's really weighing heavily on you, and you feel like you've had to really, what's the word I'm looking for? You've had to really be resilient through your relationships. Like, you've always had to be the strong one, maybe. You've always had to be upright and never falter for the people around you in your life. And that's exhausting, dude. That's exhausting. So far what we have, like, I really see you, when it comes to the future, you're trying to decide how much power you want to give away and into your other relationships, or how much power, you should keep for yourself and be selfish with, and, put it towards yourself, recycle it with yourself. Spend time with yourself and build yourself up like you build other people up. We can't just give everything we have to other people. We have to pour back into ourselves, because otherwise we just become an empty well, an empty cup. Eventually we will have nothing else to give. So we have to take care of ourselves. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I was just looking at the next cards, thinking about them. This moon energy and the Seven of Wands. I see. Okay, you are really being decisive, picky, choosy with, which is not a bad thing, with the people you're allowing to see the next chapter of your life play out. Whatever that may be. Because right now, it's a big unknown. It's a big question mark. You're not sure what comes next, as we discussed. But you're being very protective over your future right now. Which I like to see. We need to be very aware, deliberate, and decisive when it comes to who we let into our inner circle, who we keep closest to us, and who, you deserve to be supported too. You don't always have to be in this Nine of Wands, Emperor energy, completely self-sufficient all the fucking time. You can rely and be expected to be supported by your community, or you should be able to. If people are around you right now that don't support you, don't pour back into you, just aren't there for you, you need to rethink your relationship with them. And I see you already doing that, because with the Justice card reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed, this is like you are pulling back your energy from shit that's not fair. You are seeing relationships and your life for what they are. The illusions of the moon are being pulled back from you. You're taking off the rose-colored glasses, and you are seeing things for how they truly are. And you're seeing that some relationships are just not fair for you. Or it could be the other way around. It could be not fair for the other person, and that's also grounds to pull out of a relationship, But anyway, you are pulling back your energy completely from these people and these dynamics that are not working. It doesn't even have to be like a relationship. It could be like a job. It could be school. It could be your, anything. It could be the path you've gone down on your spiritual practice. You could, try Satanism and then realize that it's not for you. It could be anything. So yeah, you're just realizing that whatever it is not your truth. It is not fair to you. It is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. And what you need is to nurture yourself. You need nurturing from yourself and from others in your life. This is all about relationships in your life, friendships, emotional connections, And maybe you did see them all, in an innocent kind of way. Maybe you had an innocent point of view or mindset when it came to relationships. Maybe you... I really hate to say this, but baby, not everybody's gonna have a pure heart. Not everybody's gonna have good intentions. Not everybody's gonna treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and especially not everybody's gonna reciprocate whatever you give to them. And you can love them as much as you want, but Oh, what did Tina say? As my stepmom likes to say, what's love got to do with it? You know? What's love got to do with it? So it's time to take off these glasses that you have. And we have the Lovers reversed, and we also have the Six of Cups reversed. So the Six of Cups just being, you know, really deep soul bonds, people you've known for a long time. You know each other inside and out, you know. You have history with these people, they're deep emotional connections. And then the Lovers is like, you know, it's the Gemini card. So you think of like, you know, whether you believe in soulmates or twin flames or anything like that, you know, that's really indicative of that kind of relationship. So I see you really overhauling kind of a lot of your social life right now. And I see that as a good thing. So, okay, let's pull one more oracle card from both of the oracle decks, and then we will move on to the next group. Okay, give me one more card for group one. Ooh. Stranger with curiosity. Okay, so you could be this stranger to yourself. You know, it could be like you discovering yourself on a deeper level. Those parts of you that remain unknown to you in this lifetime, you could be rediscovering. You could have this massive curiosity about yourself, your own soul, and you could be diving into that. I think this is a perfect time to do that. You know, shadow work, ego work, inner child work, higher self work, inner teen work, or whatever you want to do. But, you know, getting to know yourself on a deeper, more spiritual level. This could also be, you know, you clearing all of this energy could be making way for somebody better to come into your life. So, you know, the way the universe works is if you really do the work and you do what you know is best for you and what you need in your soul, and you follow your intuition, the universe will reward you. So this could be your reward, you know, some kind of next level relationship, something you haven't experienced before. Okay. One more card for group one, please. Love. Aww. A universal, unconditional love source. So yeah, I think rediscovering, getting back to yourself at your core, pouring into yourself again, realizing that you need love from yourself too, not just other people need love from you. You need it from yourself too. But yeah, you are just radiating this love energy, and I mean, it landed on the stranger card. So that could be indicative of, you know, new love coming into your life after you've done all this clearing work, you know. But that's beautiful, you guys. Oh. Alright. Well, that is all I have for you, group one. It was a pleasure and an honor to read for you today. If you choose another pile, I will see you there. And if not, I hope to see you back here sometime soon. Bye! Hello, group 2. Well, that didn't light very well. Well, it's fine. Welcome back to your, or no, welcome back. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of practice. Welcome to your reading. You chose the crackled clear quartz. I love this stone. It's so pretty. I have no idea how it does that, but it's really cool. Alright, let's just get right into it. So, first card you have, cycle. Okay, you could be completing a cycle on this full moon. It says repetition, patterns, phases. You could be beginning a new cycle, you could be ending a cycle, you could be throwing out a cycle altogether. It's up to you to decide where this fits into your life. Let me put that over here. Let's see. Ace of Swords. New insights, yeah. New clarity of mind, you know, new thoughts, new thought forms, new ideas, taking action, you know, making decisions. This is all to do with Ace of Swords. So there's some big energy happening, some very quick, decisive energy happening right now in your life. With it being an ace, that makes me think that this is a new cycle. So with it being a new cycle, that obviously means it's the end of another one. So we'll see if that ending pops up in your reading, but okay, let's see. Winter's Dream, gestation period, number 63. This card is so pretty. So you could be coming out of a restful period. You could be in the middle of a restful period. This full moon is a really good opportunity to rest and to ground. New ideas, new cycles, new thought forms, new energy is really best brought to you when you are rested and grounded into reality, into, you know, your mind is straight. You know what I mean? So it seems like you are ready for something new. It seems like you are done with this rest period. I could be wrong, but that's kind of the general essence of what I'm getting. Okay, let's get into your reading. And let's start with the tarot. I have never used this tarot deck on my channel before, but it has big water energy, so I wanted to use it for the Pisces full moon and eclipse, because Pisces is a water sign. Pisces has great depths. My sister is a Pisces. Alright, what does group 2 need to know about this full moon? What is happening for group 2 during this full moon? What new insights does group 2 have this moon? What will group 2 learn this full moon? Okay. Let's see. Judgment. Judgment came up with group 1. I wonder if that's going to be a running theme. Let's see. read the moon again. The moon also came up with group 1. Two of Cups reversed. Let's see, what is that? 8 of Pentacles reversed. The Devil. You could have a Capricorn in your life that you're dealing with, or you could have Capricorn in your chart, or not. Let's see. 8 of Swords. Is that Queen of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're breaking out of a cycle. With a lot of energy. The Hierophant reversed. Okay, I like this. The Lovers at the bottom. 3 of Swords reversed. Okay. Alright, let's get into it. If you're not familiar with how I read tarot, I take 2 cards vertically and I let them clarify each other, and then I go from left to right. Okay, so let's start with Judgment. And the 8 of Swords. I feel like this is where you're coming from. You're coming from a place where you've had to, a cycle that you've had to kind of keep yourself blindfolded in, keep yourself in the dark, like purposefully dull your senses with, it gives gaslighting yourself, but I feel like Judgment came through and kind of like woke you up from that, like snapped you out of it. Because 8 of Swords, it is self-deception, but we didn't really put ourselves there just by ourselves. But we can step out of it very easily. So with the 8 of Swords, I feel like your spirit, your guides, source, whatever, something woke you up, snapped you out of it. And I feel like you're leaving something, possibly a relationship with the 2 of Cups here, behind. So this is the cycle you're breaking out of. You're no longer lying to yourself. You're no longer... Hold on. Oh my god. Excuse me. Okay, you're no... where was I going with that? I don't even remember. You're no longer blinding yourself, or you refuse to be blinded to the bigger themes in your life and in the world and in the universe. The Judgment is a card of awakening. It's also a card of decisions, big decisions. And I feel like it was your choice. It was ultimately probably your choice to snap out of this. So I don't want to give all of your agency, your power away to just, the universe snapped you out of it. No, you probably definitely did that for yourself. Or if you didn't do it all by yourself, somebody probably gave you a little nudge. But ultimately, it's our choice to step out of the 8 of Swords. Nobody can do that for us. Because everybody around us would see that we're not really trapped in the Eight of Swords, but it definitely is a choice to leave it. But it's also an awakening because you're not really aware of what's happening when you're in the Eight of Swords. It's a very confusing, mentally deceptive energy where you have to kind of awaken out of it. It's like, you know, the saying, hindsight is always 20/20. Like, when you look back on this situation in your life, you're going to be like, how did I not see this for what it was? But you should not blame yourself. Because we learn things at the exact rate we're supposed to learn them. The universe is not in any hurry, ever. So even if it takes us a long time to learn our lessons, even if it takes multiple cycles, multiple trials of the same lesson, eventually we learn that lesson. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Moon. This is interesting because I feel like you were lost in this Moon energy. You were lost in the unknown. You didn't see anything. You didn't feel anything. It was like, you know, like one of those sensory deprivation tanks. Where all of your perception was kind of taken away and you had to figure it out by yourself, but you realized that your agency had been taken from you and you really weren't in turn allowed or able to really take care of yourself or become stable within yourself. You know what I mean? Something really took your eyes. Something really took your eyes and your perception away from you. But, you know, I see you very violently and explosively breaking out of that. So again, this is really where you've come from. I really see this as telling a story, like a chronological story. So maybe you were in a relationship. This could be the relationship you have with yourself. It could be a parent. It could be a sibling, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, a boss. It could be anybody. But this relationship between two people, as they would define it, you know, but it is an emotional connection, this Two of Cups. It wasn't going anywhere. It was very stagnant. It was not emotionally providing to you. You were not getting anything. Like it was very emotionally stale. And that is just like, you know, I'm getting an image of like a desert, like nothing. You were given like nothing. It was very dry. It was very empty. Very much a wasteland. And nowhere to put your water. Nowhere to put, you know, nowhere to plant anything, to grow. You know, going back to that Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles being the earth suit, right? So you were not able to be stable in this relationship. You were also not able to be emotionally vulnerable or have emotional reciprocation in this relationship. And it ran you dry, like bone dry. Like it probably led you to become cold. It probably put you all up in your head for a long time. For a lot of you, this was a lover situation because the lovers are on the bottom of the deck. So for a lot of you, this was a partner, and they just sucked the life out of you. And I want to say I'm sorry because I know exactly how that feels. And there is water here, like the Two of Cups with the Ace of Cups. You had love to give. You had emotions to express. You were giving yourself, but you were not afforded that reciprocation. You were not given it back. So, I mean, what do you do in that situation? Maybe it wasn't like that at the beginning of the relationship. Maybe it was kind of an illusion at the beginning, you know? Maybe okay, this goes deep. You know how you see like illusions in the desert? Like it looks like there's water ahead. You know where I'm going with this? It looked like it's a really hot day, and you look in the distance and it looks like there's water. And you run to it and you run to it and you run to it and you keep running, but it stays that far away. It never gets closer. It stays in the distance and it's not reachable. So I feel like, for a while you were stuck in that cycle of really chasing that dream, chasing that emotionality that you needed from this person over and over again, repetition. You were stuck in this cycle of chasing after that emotionality, but you just could never reach it because it didn't exist, because it was an illusion. Whatever, emotional reciprocation you had maybe felt at the beginning of this relationship, you really, for sure, did not feel it by the end. So, we get to the good part. 8 of Pentacles reversed with the Queen of Wands. I'm noticing in this card, there is something growing. And these two are kind of being attentive towards it. Maybe a little bit protective. So maybe you started, maybe you stopped. And you reversed it, right? You started giving into yourself. Giving back to yourself. Pouring into yourself. Choosing yourself. Because this shit was not working. This was not going fucking anywhere. There was no more investment. There was nothing to invest in. There was nothing you could really grab onto. There was nothing you could sink your teeth into. There was nothing to grow roots into. So you decided to do that with yourself instead. And I see, the Queen of Wands, Wands is the fire suit. You broke out of this cycle, and you broke out of it, and you burst out of it. And you said, fuck this shit. This is not for me. And you chose yourself. I really applaud you for that, group 2. You are having a brand new beginning with yourself, and it's prosperous. And also, just 1 second, I gotta get a drink. with the Devil and the Hierophant. You're embracing this devil energy. You're embracing the entirety of yourself. You are owning it. You are seeing every piece of your soul and you're saying, I accept you. And I also believe in the power that you hold. So, you know, the devil is not just a bad card. The devil, I mean, it gives Batman in this deck. I'm not gonna lie. But like when you think about Batman, right? He's the Dark Knight. He's a vigilante. You know, he's ultimately for the good of everybody. But people see him as not good. Like he comes off as bad, but he's really, you know, there's a lot of gray in Batman. I don't know how this turned into Batman. But like Batman is also a spectrum. Like there are versions of Batman, one in particular called the Batman Who Laughs, who went completely dark. Okay, lost all of his morals. He, you know, there is the possibility that you could become anything you choose to be. This is a card of agency. This is a card of confidence and pride, but also awareness of one's own darkness and using that as a strength. There's a reason that this is Capricorn energy. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn, January 17th. But I say all that to say, with the Hierophant reversed, you are choosing this self-agency over whatever bullshit box or doctrine or moral standard this person, this relationship, whatever you had before, put you in. You are completely taking ownership over yourself again, and you're expressing your free will to stomp all over this bullshit. The Hierophant is often depicted as like a spiritual leader, like the Pope or something, you know. Rules, doctrines, spirituality, rules to live by, guidelines. You're saying, fuck that. I'm going to figure it out on my own. By being purely myself. And I completely approve this message, group 2. So let me encourage this. So yeah, I really like this energy for you. I'm really proud of where you've come from and what you've managed to break out of. Like, it's not easy, you know, realizing that what you thought loved you was just an illusion. And it's heartbreaking. It's fucking heartbreaking, dude. So I know it was painful, but the growing pains of life and the lessons from the universe is really pleasurable after you do this for a while. After you keep breaking out of these molds, you keep leveling up to the next level. You know, you keep challenging yourself. You know, see what new ideas are coming to you. Invest in this new energy, this newfound energy in yourself. This mental clarity. Some good things are bound to come out of it. And you're going to start a new cycle, a healthier cycle with yourself. Okay, let's get one more oracle card from each deck. and then we will wrap it up. One more card for group 2. Let's see. Number 57, Unmarked Trail, Revelation. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You're on a new path. You've never been this way before. This is new for you, you know, new. Revelation is such a perfect word for this. But this is truly where you're at. This is such a magical, profound, fertile time for you. Whatever ideas you have, pursue them. Take action. This is the time to take action. Yeah, let's see what else comes up. I love that for you. This is truly new energy. Completely new energy for you. I would recommend, if I could give you a prescription, to do some kind of release. Even if it's just like writing all the shit down on a paper that you no longer want to be tied to, no longer want to carry around with you. Writing that down and burning that piece of paper. Can be as easy as that. So, let's see what else comes out. Truth. Yes, that sword energy again. All perspectives in one. I really see this as like you adopting a very bird's eye view of everything right now. And you're really seeing objectively what is happening in your life. The truth of it all. So, I want to warn you not to fall back into this blindness, this deception of the Eight of Swords. When the universe, somebody, a group of people, your job, an organization, whatever, whenever somebody shows you who they are, what they are, believe them. Don't wish it was different, because then you're just gaslighting yourself again. So this is easy to fall back into. But if you're grounded in yourself and you take the truth at face value and you practice that radical acceptance, you really can't go wrong. So that's all I have for you, Group 2. It was an honor and a pleasure to read for you today. I hope you enjoy this full moon and eclipse. And if you're in the, what's it called? Like the part of the country where you're gonna actually see the full eclipse, I hope you enjoy it. And I've seen 2 eclipses in my life, and it's just absolutely, it's spectacular. So if you have a chance, definitely go and see it. But if you choose another group, I will see you there. If not, I will see you soon. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. Okay. So let's get that energy out from the previous readings. Alright. So you guys picked amethyst. And I love this amethyst. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, it's got a really cool division line. Like, I don't know how you would say that in the crystal world, but it's got like a really cool feature to it. Okay. Let's get into your reading. First card, home. Belonging, origin, and comfort. Okay. So this is a big concept where you feel comfortable, where you feel accepted, where you feel free to be yourself. Do you have it? Are you comfortable there? Are you looking for a home? Are you finding a home? Are you leaving a home? We will figure it out. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. This is very lonely energy. This is very left behind energy. This is very neglected energy. So I feel you may be in search of where you belong right now, you know. Finding something to hold on to that is substantial. Oh, my ear just rang. Interesting. You know, finding somewhere where you can plant seeds and grow roots is really what you're craving, what you need in your life right now. Okay, let's see. Dream Thief, number 13. Refusal of the call. Interesting. Are you being stubborn about something, Group 3? I feel like I might get the 4 of Cups in your reading. Mark my words. I bet I get the fucking 4 of Cups. Okay, before I preemptively give you my thoughts on that, because it could go one of 2 ways, but I want to see what the tarot says first. Okay, so I've never used this deck on my channel before, but it has major water energy. So I wanted to use it for the Pisces full moon. Alright, tell me about Group 3. Group 3. What does Group 3 need to hear? What is Group 3 looking for? What is Group 3 refusing? What is Group 3 not seeing? Tell me. Group 3. Okay, one more. King of Swords. Big decision energy. Ooh. 8 of Wands reversed. Interesting. The World. Very big themes of closing out cycles and moving on to something new for like every group that I've read for so far. Come on. Five of Swords. Queen of Wands. Group 2 had Queen of Wands. The Fool. This feels a little low. The Fool. 4 of Pentacles reversed. Star. You're healing from wherever you've been. Judgment. Again. I had Judgment in the past 2 readings. And the Sun. 10 of Wands at the bottom. Interesting. Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna get a drink. Okay, let me look at the spread really quick. So you see a new start somewhere. But you're kind of refusing to align with it and let go of what you've been holding on to. Even though it's kind of come to a natural end. You're still in a place of lack. You're still looking for that perfect home. Okay. The King of Wands, or not the King of Wands, interesting. We have the Queen of Wands, we don't have the King of Wands. Okay, we have the Fool and the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is not afraid to use his sword. Interesting. This might be a lesson in discernment. I almost said discretion. It might be a little bit of discretion as well, like caution. You're being cautious of this new opportunity. I mean, we have the World and the Fool, the last card in the Major Arcana and the first card in the Major Arcana. You are on to the next book. You're not even flipping a page, you're on to the next book. But you're like almost over analyzing it. You're kind of being a little bit too skeptical, I feel. You are so ready to say no to whatever this opportunity is. You're so ready to refuse it and wait for something better. But at the same time, your head is clear and you can see clearly, because the King of Swords, he cuts through illusion, right? I don't know what this is referring to, what circumstance you're in, but if there's something that is presenting itself as an opportunity for you, the Fool is not small energy. This is big energy. This is a big opportunity, a big new start. This is not nothing, is what I'm trying to say. Like, don't write whatever this is off just yet. I would advise you to give it a chance and see if it's for you before you say no. You know what I mean? Because how will you know, unless you experience it, if you belong there or not? You know? You are searching for somewhere to belong, somewhere to call home, somewhere to fit in, somewhere to... Oh. You're going to create your own home. Oh, I see. You're refusing this opportunity because you want to create your own opportunity. Is that it? Okay. I see. Hold on just a second. You are purposefully not aligning with this energy, this, whatever this Fool is. You're purposefully not aligning with it. You're not communicating with it. You're not really giving any kind of energy to it. Because it's something that you're trying to let go of in some way. God, this is why I love reading tarot, because it's just a fucking puzzle. You're trying to let go of whatever this represents in some way. Maybe this opportunity is something from the past. Maybe it's something that you're no longer interested in, but it is a solid offer. Maybe it's something that old you would have immediately taken up, but you're kind of past that now. You don't need that anymore. You don't need that anymore. So that's why you're refusing it. You would rather stay in this Five of Pentacles energy until the right thing comes along, because you don't want to invest in the wrong thing. You don't want to put your energy where you know into something that you know is not for you anymore, or for you at all, never has been for you. Interesting. I don't know what this could be representing in your life. Please let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you. I would love to know if you're willing to share what this is for you. It could literally be like housing. It could be a career path. It could be a relationship. It could be your family. It could be anything. Anything in the world. Okay, you see this egg? You're waiting for it to hatch. You're waiting for the right moment, and you will know when it hatches. You can't miss it. So you're being very nurturing. You are moving on with your life. You're still moving along. I don't see you as being stagnant right now. But you're also being patient. And so that's, patience is definitely a virtue. And patience is really hard as well. I am not a patient person, so I know how hard it is. But you're being patient because you have a dream, you have a goal, you have this idea in your mind. You're aiming for the fucking stars. And you won't settle for less. But the thing is, you have the star in mind. Maybe you don't know what it looks like. But again, like I said, you'll know it when you see it. You don't know what's inside that egg. You just know that it's for you. And whenever it hatches, you will be there. Interesting. But the star is also profound healing. So whatever this new opportunity, new cycle, new home, new investment, new place, new community, new relationship, new anything, whatever it is, will be very, very healing for you. And that's what you need. You need healing. You don't need regression into the past, right? The past is a burden on you. 10 of Wands. The tens are the end of the suit. It's the end of that suit. And then it goes on to the page, and you start something new, and then the knight, and you interact with it, you give it energy, and then the queen and the king, you grow roots, you begin to act within it, you harness that energy. So you're really taking control of the narrative, which I love that for you. It might take you a while to find it. Like I was saying earlier, you might have to like interact with something a bit to know if it's for you or not. And like how I was going one way with this reading at the beginning when I thought it was one way, and then I realized it was another way. You might have a moment like that in your life on a larger scale. So it might take some playing around with. It might take some, tactical, getting your hands dirty, playing around with things, experimenting, seeing what's for you. It's like in college or university, tech school, whatever. Like, you don't know what you really want to do until you take the class. I went to art school for like half of a semester because even though I love art and I love making art, I realized that I did not want to make that a career at all. And I didn't like people telling me what to make. I even hated that in high school, but like I had to get through high school, so that also ties into your reading. So it's like you've graduated from high school, but when college approaches, you have the choice of what you want to do. You have the choice of your dream exists. And you have to find it. You have to kind of feel it out to be very sure about it. Okay. Next you have the Five of Swords with Judgment reversed. You could be literally like fighting off the shit that you know is not for you. Like you could be like actively fighting the urge to go, down this Fool path. I mean, you are heavily analyzing it. You are thinking about it. But you are also mentally fighting with yourself, trying not to indulge in it because you know that's not the way forward. That's just the way backward. Even though it seems like a new start with the Fool, but it's still the Fool. It's foolish. I don't often say that about the Fool, but in this instance, it really clicks that this would not be the wise decision to make. So you're making the decision, though, to not invest in it, to not go that direction, not go down that path. And that takes willpower and strength all in itself to reject, refuse, keep yourself away from that. It takes a lot of energy. But again, you know what you want. And you will know it when you see it, and this is not it. That's not it. Okay, but I love this for you because you have the Queen of Wands with the Sun. You are in complete control. I'm hearing of your destiny, of your happiness, of your fulfillment, the illumination in your life is due to the power of the fire that you yourself emit. You are your own sun in your life. You radiate all this energy. The Queen of Wands is the Queen of Fire. And what is the sun? A ball of fire, right? I mean, that's in layman's terms, but you know what I mean. You have the power, the willpower, the desire, the creativity, the force, the drive to march on and create your own happiness and march toward this star. You have the energy for it. Since you're letting go of this Ten of Wands, this heaviness, this responsibility, this burden of the past, you're letting that go. Although it will always be a part of you, you're not carrying that baggage around with you anymore. You set it down and you started walking without it. So this stays in the past. And now your energy is lighter. It's a lot lighter. And you're able to see more clearly. And you could feel the warmth on your skin. You could feel, it's just a better environment for yourself. Even though you're not exactly where you're aiming to be yet, you're in a much better place than you were. And you're in a much better place than what you're letting go of and what you're refusing to interact and communicate with. Because you know that's wrong for you. And that's not the path forward. Okay. Let's get one more oracle from each of these decks, and then I will be done with your reading. Group 3. Woo! Okay, you get 3. 3 cards for group 3. Let's see what they are. Number 59, Wailing Tree, Reconciliations. This could be you reconciling with your own past, with yourself, claiming peace within yourself in order to move forward. Or this could be literally reconciling with somebody from your past, a situation from your past, whatever this Four of Pentacles represents, or the Fool, or the Ten of Wands, all these cards. This could be you getting closure, or giving yourself closure, or just deciding that this is over, you're done with it, and you're moving on. Many masks. The authentic self, number 38. So, let's see. I feel like you're really on a journey of self-discovery. The more you move forward, the more you give in and fan the flame of this Queen of Wands energy, the more you connect with your authentic self, and the more that grows and you're able to grasp onto. And this is what I was saying, like you're creating your own home, you're creating your own energy source, your own light. Like you realize that you belong with yourself. You can comfort yourself. You know yourself best. You know exactly what you need. You know exactly what would help. I mean, if you don't know what you need, then that's a good first step, is to figure out those needs, right? And, you know, being able to fulfill them for yourself makes you self-sufficient, makes you able to be independent. You don't have to be codependent on anybody else, right? And then, I love this card, number 50, Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure. That's beautiful. I love this. This energy of hope, exploration. Oh, you're so inspired. I love this energy. I wonder if some of you are Sagittarius. You'll have to let me know. Or Aquarius. This is the Aquarius card. But I'm really getting Sagittarius energy for some reason. But yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful path that you're on. And you can be certain, you can be confident. That's also an attribute of the Queen of Wands, that you're on the right path. You're doing what you know you should be doing. And you're knowing... Yeah. You get what I'm saying. Okay. Thank you, group 3. I'm going to leave it there. Oh, wait. I forgot. I didn't pull one from this deck. Sorry, that would not have been fair. Although you guys got 3 of those Oracle cards when everybody else got 1. Okay, let's see. Joy. Aw. Sorry. Play, celebration, fun, lightness. What did I say earlier? It's more light in your life. You're going to be enjoying yourself a lot more. Here in the now and also in the future. That was a beautiful note to end on. Thank you for the wonderful energy. Thank you for letting me read for you. It was a pleasure and an honor to read for you today. Please let me know if this resonated with you down in the comments. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye! Wait.